Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome everybody to the whole match tonight between the Lisbon Broncos and the Oaks Tornadoes. Lisbon hosting the Tornadoes for this 2023-2024 North Dakota Class B high school boys season. And wrestling getting underway here in about 5 minutes from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Between the Tornadoes and the Broncos, we have a number of prelim matches, I think right around 12 prelim matches for you tonight. And then after that, we'll take a brief intermission, about a 10-15 minute break, and go into our starting lineups and our national anthem here inside the gymnasium, get on with our varsity duel. So that's kind of what the lineup is for tonight. Prelims, a little intermission, and then we'll come back for our starting lineups and our national anthem, and then get underway with our varsity duel between the Broncos and the Oaks Tornadoes here. We're live from Lisbon High School. You're watching yourliveevent.com. We'll go ahead and step away with the word from our sponsors and come back and get into a little bit of our Class B, kind of where Class B wrestling sits right now as far as teams in the East region, and more importantly here, I guess, for Lisbon and Oaks here down in the dual region in the southeast corner of the state. And then also talk a little bit of statewide, some of the teams statewide that'll look for a big push here at the end of the season for a state title run for North Dakota Class B in 2024. So we'll get step away, word from our sponsors. We'll come back here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkmeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm Addie Schaaf. I'm confident on the court. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play.
Hey, welcome back here at Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick bringing your play-by-play action tonight between the Lisbon Broncos and Oaks Tornadoes, North Dakota Class B high school wrestling. For the Oaks Tornadoes, Oaks coming off a win against the Carrington Cardinals on the 21st of November, picked up a dual win 42-30, and the Broncos picked up a couple dual wins on the 21st of November, also wrestling against the Pembina County North Grizzlies, picked up a win 54-22, and then also defeated Grafton Spoilers in a duel, which was a triangular up in Grafton. And so the Broncos coming in with a dual record of 2-0. JV was also in action, I think it was on the 20th of November, and had went up to Another duel. Looks like we're going to go ahead and do our national anthem. We'll step away with a word from our sponsors.
Live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Hey, welcome back here to Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Just announced we'll have 13 prelims, so finished up with our national anthem. A little spotty there with our national anthem intro, but starting with their prelims. We have Rory Kenyon going out here for the Broncos. Rory, a 7th grader for Lisbon. On deck for Lisbon is Micah Fromke, and for Oak Sutton Stern, so that's your on-deck wrestlers. These will be our prelim matches. A quick pin here for the Oaks Tornadoes and our opening prelim. This is Micah Fromke, and then for Lisbon is Sutton Stearns. Micah, an 8th grader for the Broncos. And Sutton Stearns, 8th grader for the Oaks Tornadoes. Next up is Nias Lions and Loden Shefke. Stearns with a 2-point takedown. Fromke building his base. Over on the far edge of the mat. Stearns hitting a chop and purchase. A little bit of a tilt. Try to go 2-on-1 now and drag that over. Going to roll through on it, pick up No near fall. The wrestlers go out of bounds for restart back in the center of the mat. Stearns up 2-0. We're down to 10 seconds. This is our second prelim tonight. I have a total of 13 prelims start out tonight inside the Bronco Gymnasium. Down to 2 seconds. Sutton Stearns takes a 2-0 lead into the second period. The wrestler starts second period in the neutral position. And one of the big changes this year in North Dakota Class B wrestling as far as the boys side is for the individual side, they're now into two regions, have East region and a West region. And that meant now Lytton H&B is in the West region. I also believe Harvey Wells County also moves out to the West region. That's a 2-point takedown for Stearns, up 4-0. Lisbon coming off dual victories, 21st over Pembina County North and Grafton. And Oaks picking up a dual victory over the Carrington Cardinals. And Carrington defeated the Cardinals by a score of 42-30. Stearns still trying to work that tilt up underneath, kind of the arm over the shoulder, working that far ankle. Now goes back up, tried to work a crossface. Fromke on the bottom, head down in the mat. A little bit of a tripod, not much going on the bottom for Fromke right now. It's still down 4-0, final 5 seconds of the second period. Our first prelim of the night, Levi Fort picked up a quick pin over Rory Kenyon from Lisbon. Those are our second prelim out of 13. Stearns starts third period in the bottom position. And the other change as far as Class B wrestling, and then on the both A and B, and then also on the girls' side, is now have 13 weight classes. So your new weight classes: 107, 114, 121, 127, 133, 139, 145, 152, 160, 172, 189, 215, and 285. So cut her down to 13 weight classes from the 14 that it's been for many years. And Stearns with the reversal puts Fromke on his back. Fromke's right shoulder must have been up just a little bit there. Brandon Nielsen, the referee, down there taking a look at it. Stearns going to try to stretch out that far arm. Has that half buried in deep. Now Fromke's able to get back over, belly down. Head still down on the mat, trying to work up. He's down 9-0. And down to the final 20 seconds of the third period. Stearns, little chop, trying to drag him over for a quick tilt. Nothing going there. Now down to 10 seconds. Another big chop, no points. And that'll do it for our second prelim night. Sutton Stearns picks up a 9-0 victory here for prelim number 2. So Lowen Shefke and Nias Lions now wrestling. Let's try to get this camera a little more situated. We'll probably step away for a word from our sponsors after this next match. prelim match for the night, number 3 out of 13, Nias Lions in Loden Shefke. We had that first match, prelim match wrong. That was Levi Fort picking up the pin for the Oaks Tornadoes. And 2-point takedown for Shefke. The Lions starts in the bottom position. Minute 4 to go in the first period. Kind of looking at your Lisbon Broncos for this season. The Broncos with 4 seniors on the squad, or at least on the varsity, returning seniors, I should say, from the varsity squad last year. They also have 7 returning state qualifiers. And they lost last year some big horses for the Broncos: Gabe Lyons, Grant Lyons, Bowden Greenlee, and Carter Wallner. Broncos also, they picked up the state dual championship last year. Came in second place, runner-up to the New Salem Holsteins on the individual side. New Salem scored 193 points, and the Broncos 164. So New Salem, with some of their horses, picked up a number of state championships. New Salem brings back 7 returning state qualifiers, and they have state champions in Trenton Klatt and Charlie Irwin back, also state runner-up Ethan Meyer. That's a pin for Loden Shefke over Nias Lions. Oaks picking up 3 victories here in the prelims. And we have Owen Iverson for Oaks and Hyatt Ursink. Ursink, an 8th grader. And Owen Iverson, a 7th grader. Up around the 114 weight class. The Broncos will send out next Gabe Gruba. Gruba from Enderlin, a little Enderlin product here in the Bronco JV side of the lineup. The Broncos bring back state qualifiers and Grayson Lyons. And Noah Anderson, a state runner-up. Cashton Wadeson. Griffin Greenlee's placed 7th at state last year. Mike Nelson, 3rd place. Carter Wallner, Carter graduated last year. Not sure why I put him on there. And then also Blazer Inke, a state runner-up last year for the Broncos. No takedown awarded, out of bounds. Restart back to the center of the mat. Hyatt Ursink, and Iverson going at it. Down to 30 seconds. The wrestlers, a lot of hand fighting here in the center of the mat, trying to gain head position and hand fighting. Ursink backing up a little bit. Now Iverson tried to duck under, drops levels, goes down to a single. And Ursink with double underhooks down to 5 seconds, pushing into Iverson. Run out of time, going to the second period scoreless in our prelim. So 4th prelim of the night out of 13, if Ursink defers. And Ursink mat return gets called for the locking hand, so he has a clasp and also 2-point reversal for Iverson. So Iverson quickly puts on a half or full Nelson, had the half on the far side. Let go of the wrist on the near side and went to full Nelson, so 1 point for Ursink. So now 3-1 score, 2-point lead for Iverson. So Broncos with their state dual championships put together a string of dual championships, 5 in a row from 2019 to 2023, and also with the dual championship in 2008. Had a run of 6 state championships from 2016 to 2023, to 2022. So won state championships in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 state runner-ups last year. Also had previous state championships in 1978, 1983, and 2008. And Iverson working an armbar, has that far wrist caught, going to walk it over, has Erson going his back down to 35 seconds. He ran that armbar, Ersink's right shoulder up just a little bit. Nielsen over there taking a look at it, calls the pin with 25 seconds to go in the second period. Iverson a little fist pump there to seal the win. Gets his hand raised, goes back, shakes hands with his teammates. Have Gabe Gruba and Tucker Maroney going out. Gruba for the Lisbon Broncos, the Enderlin product. Against Tucker Maroney for the Oaks Tornadoes. Gabe drops down. And Maroney with a little cow catch, and now Gruba with a single leg gets 2-point takedown of his own. Up 2-0 with a minute 10 to go in this first period. They locked up a cradle on the far side, kind of stepped around there, trying to go hip to hip. Has it locked up. Just has to watch that arm. Keeps it tucked under his chin, going for a pin. Going to put bottom knee in the side for Gruba. It's a quick pin for Gruba, the 49-second mark. Remaining in the first period. Amos Rammerman and Noah Wood going out. Rammerman for the Broncos, Wood for the Oaks Tornadoes. And next up, Madden Schwab for the Lisbon Broncos. The wrestler still doing a little feeling out, working that far center of the mat. Rahmer with a little level change. Now takes the shot, doubles it up. Still driving, trying to get around. Arm around the waist, and he'll have 2 points. Still has to get those arms up and around the waist. Establish some control here, down to 35 seconds. That should be 2-point takedown now for. He didn't get called for clasping on that. He had the takedown, and then he went to clasp around the backside, around the back. So down to 30 seconds, up 2-0. Hey, Wood with a little stand up. Frommerman able to turn him back down, a little forward pressure. So Oaks Tornadoes returning with 4 state qualifiers of their own. They graduated 3 seniors last year. Landon Potasic, Jaden Hankel, and Grant Wagner. They scored 32 points at the state tournament, finishing in 22nd place. They have some of their state qualifiers that they have back. Matthias Dahlstrom placed 8th at state last year. Also state qualifiers in Zane Allender and Case Allender. And Landon Potasic. And then also a Josh O'Meal placing 4th at state. The start of the second period, sit out there for Noah Wood. Rammerman with the legs, and the Wood trying to get underneath that heel and elevate and then sit out and rotate those hips back around. A little hip heist. Rammerman's able to get Wood stretched out, scoring some near fall. Not really in a pinning position from there. Now he's going to try to stretch him out if he runs that half here on the near side. Down to 50 seconds to go in the second period. Rommerman just has to run that half around, or else just stretch out that arm, get up over the chest. Down to 35 seconds to go in the second period. Now looks like he has that half buried in deep. Still hasn't received his near fall yet. Now he has the half buried. So now picks up 3-point near fall with Wood going back to that leg ride, just trying to elevate and hip heist through on that and get a reversal down to 15 seconds. Rommerman catches the near wrist and drives Wood over here. Has that half sunk in deep. Going to try to pick up some near fall before the end of the period. Pick up a 2 count. Picks up 2 near fall, so now up 7-0. So Matt Schwab going out against Jacob Potasic. That's your next prelim. Rommerman going into the third period, stumbling across the mat, something you don't want to show your opponent, so you're tired out there. Quickly goes a little Iowa ride. Spikes that back ankle, gets Wood broke down, belly down to the mat, goes crossface cradle, is going to lock it up. All right, roll him over his knee on the backside. Wood stretched out, able to get hand control. So Rommerman's still working that crossface. Wood doing a good job there, tying up that wrist. Down to 42 seconds with Rommerman has a 7-0 lead. Good roll. Nice roll there by Wood. Gets 2-point reversal. Rommerman with the leg ride. Wood rolls through, has half Nelson going for a power half on the far side. Rommerman still head down in the mat. Now finally picks it up. Now Wood goes crossface. Working both sides. Down to 10 seconds. Rommerman still base down, not doing much. 7-2 score down to the last 2 seconds of this match. Your prelim for tonight, and Amos Rommerman picks up a 7-2 victory over Noah Wood.
Your winner by decision, Amos Rommerman.
Now Madden Schwab versus Jacob Potasic.
For Oaks, Jacob Potasic. For Lisbon, Matt Schwab. On deck, Levi Thorpe and Camden Rondestedt.
So Potasic, an 8th grader for the Oaks Tornadoes. Madden Schwab, 8th grader. Potasic in on a single leg, going to drive it. Schwab goes gut wrench over, picks up 2-point takedown. The right move by Schwab. Potasic got in deep. Schwab gut wrenches him over. Picked up 2-point takedown. Now goes a front headlock. I'm trying to drag Potasic back down to the mat, into the swamp there in the center of the mat. You get called out of bounds. It's a 1-point escape. He backs out of the mat. Picks up a 1-point escape for loss of control. You're down to 50 seconds to go in this first period. This is Madden Schwab. Out for the Broncos, wrestling Jacob Potasic for those Tornadoes. A couple of 8th graders going at it. Now Schwab, a little slide by there, picks up 2-point takedown. Now he's up 4-1. Potasic doing a stand-up, get called potentially dangerous. So Potasic, kind of tripods up there. Schwab just smelled the cradle, wasn't able to get it locked up for a potential dangerous called. Schwab cradle rolls him over. I call that the danger cradle when you roll him over the body, but going to pick up some near fall off it for the end of this first period. A little bit high now. Got to watch out. Potasic gets an arm 3, rolls through or grabs a head. Now Schwab in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Schwab goes hip to hip. Going to scoot those hips out here. try to lock down that far leg. He will pick up a 3-point near fall, so it's now a 7-1 lead for Madden Schwab. Schwab starts second period, bottom position. Ptacek goes chops, now goes far ankle, far knee. And back to trying that chop and purchase. Not able to dig it out. Schwab still holding his base. Now Schwab hooks that far arm, trying to hit a Peterson. Schwab tripods up. Down to the minute to go in that second period. Schwab is up 6-1 over Ptacek from Oaks, the prelim match. We're about halfway through our prelim matches for tonight. We started things off at 6 p.m. We'll work our way through our prelims, take a little intermission. We have also senior night for the Broncos, so we'll do a little senior recognition. And varsity gets a little chance to warm up out there, do starting lineups with their face-off, and then get into that varsity duel between the Tornadoes and the Broncos. Schwab, not much going on the bottom, down to 10 seconds. Now he's going to, little tripod, tries a Granby through it, catches the leg, gets turned, hips out. Final 5 seconds, able to hit a Granby, trying to get around. There's one, at least one for a loss of control, no points awarded. So still 6-1 lead for Schwab. And Ptacek picks up an escape, backing off the mat with Schwab up over the top. Schwab hits a Granby, gets around on top. No points. So now a 6-1 lead for Madden Schwab with 1:20 to go. Schwab working front headlock, slips out of it. Little drag there by Ptacek for a 2-point takedown. And Schwab with that big burst of energy at the end of that second period. Now we'll get a clasping. A little technical violation on Ptacek for a clasping. Schwab with a point. Makes it a 7-3 lead for Madden Schwab over Ptacek. Still going back to Oaks last year. Finished 22nd at state. Graduated the 3 seniors on the, at least on the varsity squad from last year with Lana Ptacek, Hankel, and Wagner. 4 state qualifiers. 2 state place winners back on the squad, all those state qualifiers, and Dahlstrom in Meal. Well, Ptacek and Schwab going back and forth to get 2 points. Reversal here for Schwab. Down to the final 30 seconds of this third period. Schwab up 9-3. Ptacek had Schwab in a little bit of trouble, had him going to his back. Schwab's able to hip ice power through that, rolls Ptacek over, picks up a 2-point score, so he's up now 9-3. He also Oaks with their state qualifiers in Zane Allender and Case Allender. And back at another run for a chance on the podium or state championship on the individual side. The Oaks kind of similarly finished 22nd in 2022. And big mat return. And that'll do it here for the Mad Schwab, picking up a decision 9-3 over Ptacek. Oaks kind of took it to Lisbon here in a couple of these opening prelims. Now Lisbon mounting a little comeback, a little bit of pride. You send your wrestlers out there in the prelim matches. Riley Lucina going out for the Broncos.
On deck, Carter Ptacek and Zach Ward.
I thought it would be Camden Rondas, but we got Riley Lucina. Riley, a 7th grader for the Broncos. Lucina picks up 2-point takedown, has the Oaks opponent kind of scrunched up there, wasn't able to slap on a cradle. Now goes far ankle, far knee. Just kind of manhandling him out there, picks him up, slams him back down to the mat, down to 44 seconds. Going this first period. Going crossface. I didn't catch the name of the Oaks wrestler out there. Might have to rewind this so I can catch it. He had on the prelim lineup, he's supposed to wrestle Jacob Potasic, but he just got off the mat with Madden Schwab, so it's possible that it's Levi Thorpe. Levi Thorpe's up around 160, also an 8th grader. Riley Lucina, and 7th grader for the Broncos. In our second period with Lucina up 2-0. A shot there, a little sweep single, gets buried underneath. Lucina kind of in that gut wrench position, just getting long and put a little downward pressure, using that long leg and the long arms, but a little bit of trouble with those hips down on the mat. Now tries to get those hips back up. Cena is going to give up a 2-point takedown, now tied up 2 apiece. A deep way astride. Looks like by Thorpe. Down to 25 seconds to go in this second period. Has Chicken Wing hooked up on the near side. Has Lucina, almost had him going over there. That far edge of the mat. Lucina able to get hips back down to the mat. Gets his arms free, working some hand control now. Lucina wrestling himself out of danger. Down to 2 seconds to go in the second period. Score's tied up. They're tied up 2 apiece going into third period. Lucina's choice. He's going to pick neutral. Excuse me, I had Lucino. I was thinking that's Riley. That's Camden Rondesvet out there, so I apologize. That should be Rondesvet and Levi Thorpe. I thought they said Riley Lucino out there. Still tied up 2 apiece. Thorpe's in on the leg, has Rondesvet back down on his hip. Pick up 2-point takedown. And down to 30 seconds. The final 16. A deep way astride by Thorpe. The far edge of the mat. And down to 5 seconds, that'll do it. So Levi Thorpe's going to pick up a 4-2 decision over Rondesvet from the Broncos. We're going to step away and take a word from our sponsors. Come back, wrap this up with our final prelim matches. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. A sports announcer guy, Brent Dick, back in 30 seconds.
weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area.
Hey, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. We have Carter Protasek and Zach Ward. Ward's second year wrestling, a sophomore for the Broncos. Along with Rondisfet, second year, decided to come out as freshman. Out here going to head-to-head, doing some battle. Oaks Tornado inside the Bronco Gymnasium, down a minute 14 to go in this first period. So Protasek had a cradle locked up, picks up a 3-point near fall. So he's up 5-0. And a cow catcher throws in an arm bar, stretch that out, working for the fall with 50 seconds remaining in this first period. Yeah, but one of your favorites for the 2023-2024 Class B season to win a state championship, whether it's dual side or individual, Southport or Mustangs. So Mustangs, you look at their lineup, be stacked from top to bottom. Placed third at state last year, scoring 152 points. He graduated Marshall Ingren last year, and then Herman Koch, also off the squad. Seniors graduated. You have 12 returning state qualifiers, qualified all 14 for the state tournament last year, so bringing back 12 returning state qualifiers for the Southport and Mustangs. So Ersink picked up a quick 2-point takedown. So Hyatt Ersink out there for the Broncos. Wrestling Colton Quant for the Oaks Tornadoes. Ersink has a chicken wing hooked up on the near side. He's going to try to drag him over. Quant able to establish some hand control. Oh, Ersink jumps back around, tried to hit the cradle. Down to 40 seconds to go in this first period, opening period. We have three prelim matches after this one. We go back to Southport at those 12 returning state qualifiers. They bring back Ryland Vetter, Brody Michelson, Joseph Keller, Tristan Lepp. Lepp placing fourth last year. Brody Hoffman, Riker Vetter placing sixth at 132. Carson Glazman fifth at 145. Cole Stock placing seventh at 160 pounds. Jace Nitschke, 170, placed second. Daniel Schumacher placed third at 195. Shane Nitschke, state champion at 220. And also state qualifier in their 285-pounder last year, Joshua Hayes. So Southport, I'd say one of the front runners this year, looking for a state championship on the dual side, while Ersink picks up a 2-point reversal. In the opening seconds of the second period. He's up, should go up 4-0. Again, on our scorekeeper down there. Tried to keep him straight, gave him a warning that he better keep us straight on the scoreboard tonight. Ersink still just trying to find a pinning combination. Quant able to do a little bit of hand fighting, able to keep Ersink from getting anything hooked up. Now grabs a wrist. Ersink going for a cradle, trying to walk it around that far side. Gets a little bit high. Ersink able to keep him broke down. Now goes up over the hips. Down to 10 seconds in the second period. And Ersink is up 4-0. And looking at your Lemoore Lobos, Lemoore scored 54 points, finishing in 13th place at the state tournament, finished in 12th place in 2022, scoring 55 points. And they graduated 4 seniors off of the squad with Garrett Hebel and Brock Wendell, a couple of the notables. Returning state qualifiers on Nursing picks up a pin for the Broncos in this prelim. And some of the returning state qualifiers for the Lemoore Lobos. You have state place winner and Logan Potts at 106 pounds. Joey Hyde placed 7th at 113. And James Duffy, returning state qualifier. Along with Maddox Shockman and Cale Hebel, all state qualifiers for the Lemoore Lobos. So Jace, this is Riley Lucina and Jacob Potasic. And next up we have Jace Zimprich and Levi Thorpe. Well, Lucina trying to go cow catcher. He goes heavy on the head, nice spin drill by Lucina, just like Coach Volk taught us years ago in junior high. Down to 30 seconds. Lucina armbar hooked up, catches the far wrist here. Applying some forward pressure, is going to walk it around down to 14 seconds. Now goes with that bar half. Little Bowden Greenlee coming back here with that bar half. And time expires with Lucina up by a score of 2-0. Start the second period. Potasic with choice. Picks top position on Lucina. Lucina Riley, a 7th grader. So also in the East region, in the Southeast dual region, you have the Kindred Vikings. Vikings are not having the region tournament or the state tournament they wanted to last year, coming off a 27th place finish, scoring 16 points. In 2022, they finished in 20th place, scoring 36.5 points. And that was with Carter Schmidt picking up state championship that year. So Kindred has 3 returning state qualifiers. It brings back Miles Steele, just Tanner Mengi placed 8th, and then Rodney Wolf also placing at state last year. And one of their notables that didn't make the state tournament had an injured. They're just not in the lineup because of injury for most of that second half of the season was Brock Johnson. So I think Kindred's looking to surprise a lot of teams. They're going to be, I think, the surprise at least out of the East region. Able to fill a lineup, bring back a lot of salty younger wrestlers. I do not believe they have a senior on the squad this year. Years past, they're kind of Achilles heel, not able to fill the lineup. Always had some tough wrestlers from Kindred. Talented on the individual side, just not able to fill the full lineup. I think they kind of got that problem solved up there at their youth program. We're going to the third period, a 2-0 lead for Riley Lucina. That far side of the gym starting to fill up. And on the Broncos' home side of the gymnasium. So we'll have our senior night, and then we'll have along with that little intermission where the wrestlers get a little chance to warm up on the varsity side and go through our face-off. And then get into the varsity duel. The wrestling tonight started at 6 p.m. Just making our way through these prelim matches. Riley with Lucina with a little slide by, just missed it. And flat-footed after that slide by, not able to cover over the top. And keeping that 2-0 lead. Takedown by Potasic, ties it up. Lucina. A big snap. Over the top, able to wrestle control there for this 2-point victory. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout for our sponsors. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Information stations: KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hey, welcome back, Bronco Gymnasium. Watching YourLiveEvent.com. Finishing up our prelim matches between Oaks and Lisbon with Jace Zimprich out there for the Broncos. Zimprich wrestling Levi Thorpe. Thorpe picked up a prelim victory over Camden Roundnesfet earlier tonight. Zimprich in control on top in this first period with 30 seconds remaining. Another team in the East region down here in the Southeast dual region is Edgeley Allendale Combe Thunder. Finished in 7th place last year at the state tournament, scoring 73.5 points. 2022, they scored 75.5, finished in 10th. 4 returning state qualifiers, the 2 of those state place winners and state champion Ivan Kruth at 182 and Isaiah Kruth, state runner-up at 160. And no points awarded at the end of that period. Thorpe grabbed the head of Zimprich, tried to roll him through. And Thorpe picks the top position to start the second. Also, state qualifier, 113-pound Jaeger Sand, and 152 is Fuhrer for the EK Thunder. They graduated 1 senior off the varsity squad last year, Noah Klusman. Thorpe has a chicken wing, a little tilt hooked up. Oh, was potentially dangerous. You have to keep that 90 degrees across the back. Goes up over the shoulder blade. Gets called potentially dangerous for restart. Zimprich still up 2-0 with 1:04 to go. Zimprich 1-point escape. A restart helping Zimprich out. Gets back to his feet. Thorpe takes the shot. Little sweep single stuffed by Zimprich. Heavy on the top. It's back around for 2-point takedown now at 5-0. Thorpe working that arm. Just trying to use a little leverage. Gets Zimprich back out front. Zimprich going cow catcher. Has to catch that chin underneath. Tried a little throw over the top, not able to get that for Zimprich. Now working a little bit of a front headlock, shucks him by. Gets back around, maintains position and control. No points awarded, so still up 5-0. Riding that far ankle. Down to 5 seconds. He cradles him up. Thorpe is scrunched up with his stand-up attempt at the end of the period. Zimprich chooses bottom. See how this works out. Had a little difficulty getting out there, the bottom from the bottom that first 30 seconds of the second period. The restart was able to hit a stand-up right away and got out. Now Thorpe taking control. Little arm chop. And hook back up his chicken wing. One. 2-on-1. Going to try to catch that far wrist and go up underneath and walk it around the head. Now going to a cradle over the top. Down to a minute. Now goes power half on Zimprich. Zimprich trying to pick that head up off the mat. Thorpe keeps slamming it back down, rubbing his nose in the mat. Down to 50 seconds. And armbar hooked up, catches the wrist. Zimprich is in trouble. You lay around on your belly long enough, you're going to find yourself in trouble. Zimprich able to power out of it. Thorpe working the armbar. Zimprich a little bit of trouble on bottom. Has some points to give up here, but it's up 5-0. Hasn't done much. Varsity match likely called for stalling. Down to 12 seconds. Zimprich able to stand up, gets a 1-point escape. Goes in. Yeah, Thorpe has a double leg it. Jason Zimprich picks up a 6-0 decision. So we have Amos Romerman and Jackson Sorum going out. I believe this is the final prelim of the night. And we shall find out. The scoreboard tonight sponsored by Bank North. We'll keep an eye on that when we get into that duel, still in our prelim matches. And Sorum, a nice double leg, able to pick up 2-point takedown for Jackson Sorum. We also have Napoleon Imperials in the east region of the state and also in that southeast dual region. He placed 18th last year at the state tournament, picking up 38 points. 2022, they scored 19.5, finishing in 24th. 2 returning state qualifiers. And state champion Dalton Feist at 106 last year. He got 2-point reversal for Amos Romerman. Ties it up 2-2. And also Christopher Liebrand, state qualifier at 120 pounds last year. He graduated, I believe it was Mason Wagle off the squad. Placed 3rd or 4th last year at the state tournament. They got called out of bounds, restart back into the center of the mat. 10 seconds to go in the first period. And Romerman catches that leg right again. He's going to try to stretch out Sorum. Works a crossface. Maybe got those hips up a little bit, slammed in a half Nelson on that near side. Be a little more effective. Down to minute 30 start of the second period. Tied up 2 apiece. Sorum gets in nice deep high crotch shot on Romer. Romer just able to catch him. Sorum kind of left his arm up there on that shoulder. Looking for a fireman's. Romerman catches him. Now he's going to try to flatten him out. He stretches it out, arching that back. Sorum able to bridge out of it. In that iron cross position, Sorum's able to turn out. It's going to pick up a reversal. So Romerman picks up 3-point near fall, gives up a 2-point reversal. Down to 30 seconds. Linton HMB last year in Region 1 now moves out to the West Region. We're just going over Linton HMB from last year. Picked up 4 points at the state tournament, finishing in 29th. Had one returning state qualifier, Noah Aldrin. Graduated 3 seniors off the squat, Holter Bridwell, Landon Schumacher in Hoffwald. Up at heavyweight. Schumacher placing 6th last year for Linton HMB Lions. Well, finished up our prelims. We will have Bronco senior night and take a little intermission. The wrestlers' chance to warm up. And go through our starting lineups. We'll face off here under the spotlight in Bronco Gymnasium. In time for a duel tonight. Started the prelims at 6 p.m. Finishing up. We'll finish up at about 6:55. So we got a stalling green, and it'll look like the wrestlers thought the referee had blown his whistle, but just given a warning for stalling. So Romerman warned for stalling. The bottom wrestler from Lisbon. In the third period, down to 30 seconds. Romerman still head buried in the mat. But I would expect Nielsen here to ding him or another stall warning. Not much now. Sorum goes, leg ride, breaks Romerman down to the mat, down to 6 seconds to go in this third period. Romerman's going to pick up a win by decision, 7-4. Yeah, kind of end our prelim matches for tonight here inside the Bronco Gymnasium.
The winner by decision, Amos Rammerman.
Well, let's step away. We do have Bronco Senior Night coming up for the Lisbon Broncos. The Broncos seniors getting recognized for the Broncos. Blaze Ranke, Drew Anderson, Mike Nelson, Jordan Dick, Cashton Wadeson, Ryan Olson, and then also our manager and stat, Ava Bosch. On the boys' side of the wrestling. So we're going to step away. Word from our sponsors. We'll come back here, get ready for starting lineups in our face-off here in time for the varsity duel between the Oaks Tornadoes and Lisbon Broncos. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. A sports announcer guy, Brent Dick.
It's just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Chris. Hey, welcome back here to yourloveevent.com. Just doing our senior night inside the Bronco Gymnasium. We're going through those Bronco seniors receiving recognition tonight. Blaze Ranke, Drew Anderson, Mike Nelson, Jordan Dick, Cashton Wadeson, Ryan Olson, and Ava Bosch. And now we're doing a blanket toss inside the gymnasium for Blaine Wald, a little fundraiser. Blaine diagnosed with cancer, a freshman in college, and take some time away now from college to go through some treatment for cancer. So they're going to walk around and do a blanket toss here inside the gymnasium. A little wrestling family support here. Long-time rivalry between the Oaks Tornadoes and the Lisbon Broncos, but coming together tonight, support one of their own in Blaine Wald. So we'll go ahead and step away again for another timeout. You're at Bronco Gymnasium. You're watching yourloveevent.com.
This is your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota, Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
I'm Addie Schaaf. I'm confident on the court. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance, Lance Gullison Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let the staff at Lance Gullison Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon or email lance.gullison@fumic.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35.
Hey, welcome back here at Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with my cameraman tonight, Lincoln Adair. We're ready for our varsity duel tonight between the Oaks Tornadoes, Lisbon Broncos. The Oaks coming off a dual victory against Carrington Cardinals on the 21st of November. They picked that up 42-30. Lisbon picked up a pair of victories over the Grafton Spoilers and then Pembina County North into action. And earlier in the month, Broncos returning a state runner-up on the individual portions of Class B side in 2023, and also picking up a state championship on the dual side and capping off their season for 2022 and 2023. Lisbon returning 7 state qualifiers on the squad with state place winners Mike Nelson, Blaze Ranke, Noah Anderson, and Griffin Greenlee. So that's your returning state place winners for the Broncos. And Oaks Tornadoes returning 4 state qualifiers with 2 of those state place winners, and Matthias Dahlstrom at 106 pounds from last year, and 182 was Josh Meal. And also returning state qualifiers in Zane Allender and Case Allender for the Oaks Tornadoes. The Broncos going through their senior night with their seniors on the squad this year. Blaze Ranke, Drew Anderson, Mike Nelson, Jordan Dick, Cash Wadeston, and Ryan Olson. I got to tip my hat there to Jordan Dick and Ryan Olson both putting in their time on the squad. Some of the depth of the Bronco varsity squad not able to crack the lineup here in their senior year, still sticking it out. With Jordan Dick finding some time in that starting lineup, Ryan Olson making a run for it down at 107 pounds for the Broncos, and also 114 trying to crack the lineup for the Lisbon. Yeah, so new weight classes that we have this year. Going down to 13 weight classes. They had 107, 114, 121, 127, 133, 139, 145, 152, 160, 172, 189, 215, and 285. So that's down to our 13 weight classes for North Dakota Class B and Class A wrestling on both boys and the girls side. So we do have our starting lineups tonight for the varsity duel between the Tornadoes and the Lisbon Broncos. So 107 pounds for those Tornadoes. They'll send out Ben Wagner. Lisbon has Lewin Silgado. 114 for those Tornadoes, Jaron Nelson. Lisbon is Ian Anderson. 121, Matthias Dahlstrom. For Lisbon is Cruz Ranke. 127 is open for the Tornadoes with Ryan Olson finding some time there in the varsity squad at 127. 133 is Zane Allender. And for Lisbon is Cash Wadeson. And 139, Case Allender for the Tornadoes. 139 for Lisbon, Griffin Greenlee. 145 for the Tornadoes, Zayed Hire. For Lisbon is Ryan Engie. 152, Rylan Wald for the Tornadoes, and Jordan Dick for the Broncos. 160, Jacob Potasic. And for the Broncos is Blaze Ranke. 172, Josh Meal for Lisbon, Mike Nelson. 189, Tate Thorpe for the Tornadoes. For Lisbon, Drew Anderson. 215, Max Klein. And for Lisbon is Brock Lyons. And then 285, Braden Shimaniski for the Oaks Tornadoes. And for Lisbon is Caden Fiflet. So that was all your starting lineups. Oaks with one open weight. Remember, for the duels, you can bump wrestlers around in your lineup. So not sure who all weighed in for the Broncos for the duel or for the Tornadoes. Right now, Tornadoes are open at 127. The referee out there doing the coin toss. Bronco seniors out on the mat with that coin toss. All the wrestlers on the boys' side in the varsity lineup for the seniors. And down to 50 seconds. We get into our starting lineups or face-off. The Broncos last year, they lost big horses in their upper weights, so a little thin in the upper weights for Lisbon last year. Pretty salty down lower weights through their middle of the lineup. They lost Gabe Lyons, Grant Lyons, Bowden Greenlee, and Cardin Wallner. So you had your 5-time state champion, 6-time state place winner, Bowden Greenlee, now wrestling for the NDSU Bison. Bowden finds some action early in the season, putting in those events as a redshirt freshman, wrestling in the Bison Open. He finished runner-up, and then also I think down in South Dakota in the Daktronics Open. They finished in, I believe it was 4th place. And Bison Open, he wrestled Michael Blockus from the Gophers, and they lost that one by major decision in the championship match, 14-1. So Blockus currently ranked right around 8 or 9 nationally for NCAA's Division I. We have our starting lineup, so we'll keep it here for the face-off between the Broncos and the Tornadoes.
For Lisbon, Ian Anderson. At 121 pounds for Oaks, Matthias Dahlstrom. For Lisbon, Cruz Ranke.
That's Cruz Ranke and Matthias Dahlstrom. One of the good matches. The key matchups for tonight would be that Ranke Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom coming off 8th place finish last year. Saw each other quite a bit throughout the regular season, 2022-2023. Allender and Wadeson. Wadeson, another Enderlin product.
At 139 pounds, Case Allender. For Lisbon, Griffin Greenlee.
The Case Allender for the Oaks Tornadoes going up against Griffin Greenlee. That's at 39. 145, Zayd Heyer and Ryan Ing.
At 152 pounds for Oaks, Ryland Wald.
Going back over this at 152, Ryland Wald and Jordan Dick.
At 160 pounds for Oaks, Jacob Patassi.
Jordan found a lot of success last year wrestling on the JV side, but one of the things I really like about our format now for boys wrestling, Class B or Class A side, is that you can enter a number of wrestlers not on the varsity squad into these varsity tournaments. So most of the tournaments will let you enter at least 2 wrestlers per weight. And some of these guys not able to clack their lineup, able to get that varsity experience, wrestle some of those tougher matches, get them ready for the following season, when it's their time to step up. That's Caden Flitfleet and Braden Shimanewski going out there for the Tornadoes.
James Fieldus and Rod Garland. And Lisbon is co-coached by Kevin McCleary and Richard Lucina and assisted by Jacob Anderson, Avery Dick, and Jordan Sowers.
Broncos, without one of their returning state places in the lineup tonight. Sending out here Lewin Salgado at 107. Lewin, the 7th grader for the Broncos. And quite a bit of wrestling experience up through 5th grade. Sat out last season, now back here in the lineup, finding himself at the varsity spot early in the season. And wrestling Ben Wagner.
At 107 pounds for Oaks, Ben Wagner. For Lisbon, Lewin Salgado.
Wagner in a nice single leg attempt. Had a high crotch single on Salgado. It's a 2-point takedown. So Wagner up 2-0. It's in the first period. The dual score just starting out at 107 pounds, so still scoreless at 0. Salgado with hand control, able to get a 1-point escape. So good hand control by Salgado, the 7th grader, going up against Wagner for the Oaks Tornadoes. And Ben Wagner, sophomore. Our scoreboard sponsor tonight, Bank North. I'd like to thank them for continuing to support high school athletics in the state of North Dakota. Down to 30 seconds remaining in this first period. Wagner on another nice high crotch attempt. Is going to double it up. Oh, Salgado. He got himself in a little bit of trouble there. Not sure if he tried a cow catcher, some type of a chin whip. Just didn't catch it. Wagner's up now 4-0, down to 12 seconds. Has a power half, trying to run it around on Salgado. So it looks like no near fall, so it's a 4-1 lead for Ben Wagner from Oaks. The opening match of this varsity duel between the Tornadoes and the Broncos. So Salgado defers. Wagner picks bottom to start the second. Excuse me. So 1-point escape for Wagner. Puts him up 5-1 in the match here at 107 pounds. And Wagner, another nice high crotch. Worked that high crotch in the opening period. Now finally picks up a good takedown. Slides back around the back door. Picks up 2 points. He's up 7-1. So Wagner with an escape and a takedown in the second period. Puts him up 7-1. Led 4-1 after the first. Down to 40 seconds. Wagner now working a half. Has Delgado going over. Gets Delgado turned over. Left shoulder up just by a little bit. Goes heavy on the top for Ben Wagner. Looking for the fall. Put Oaks up in the duel. Delgado, a lot of time there to fight off his back. Down to 25 seconds to go in this second period. And Wagner heavy on top. Has his far arm caught. Left shoulder up just by a little bit. Pick up the fall for the Oaks Tornadoes. Ben Wagner. So Wagner puts the Tornadoes up in this one early, 6-0.
At 114 pounds for Oaks, Jaron Nelson.
So moves up to 114 pounds. We have Ian Anderson for Lisbon. For Oaks, Jaron Nelson. Better take care of the score here. And Anderson, a little crossface, heavy on the head, gets around for a 2-point takedown for Ian Anderson. And Nelson picks up a 1-point escape. Anderson a little bit wild on that mat return. Hit place by Nelson. Now Anderson. A little knee pick there. It's a 2-point takedown now at 4-1. Picking up a little blood time out on the mat. Started a duel at 107 pounds with Ben Wagner picking up a fall at the 342 mark, putting Oaks up 6-0. And back to blood time with Ian Anderson and Jaron Nelson. Our scoreboard's sponsored tonight, Bank North. So at Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner they can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member of the FDIC and equal housing lender. So thank you once again for Bank North for sponsoring North Dakota High School athletics on yourliveevent.com. Well, Anderson up ready for more action out for the Bronco. Lydell Mares helping out, cleaning up some blood. Down to 40 seconds to go in this first period with Ian Anderson up 4-1. Anderson picked up 2 takedowns. Nelson with that escape, kind of wild mat return by Anderson for that 1-point escape for Jaron Nelson. They're still cleaning some blood off of Nelson. Anderson ready to go. Yeah, 114 pounds. The new weight classes, next weight class is 121 pounds. That will feature Matthias Dahlstrom, returning state place winner, placed 8th last year. 106 pounds against Cruz Ranke for the Broncos. And Ranke battling out with Ryland Vetter for that 4th spot from Region 1 for the state tournament. And Vetter, I think it's lower seeded wrestler in that bracket. Real deep bracket in Region 1 at 106 pounds. Vetter able to make it through the region and get that state tournament experience. So Ian Anderson, Cruz Ranke looking to prove a little bit this year. They're back in the lineup, varsity lineup. Right now at 121 pounds, taking on Matthias Dahlstrom in our next match. They're still trying to get blood stopped down there, so I think we're going to go and step away, transition away for another 30-second timeout. We'll come back here at yourliveevent.com. I'm sports announcer Guy Brent Dick with cameraman Lincoln Adair.
And certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
For trust.
Yeah, welcome back here at Lisbon High School Gymnasium. The blood time at 114 pounds. Match between Ian Anderson for the Broncos and Jaron Nelson. New year, new weight class in Class B wrestling. And Nelson tries to stand up. Ian Anderson hits that cradle. Is going to slam it back for a 2-point near fall. They'll put him up 6-1 with that 2-point near fall. We're still in the first period. We have more blood time, so down to 23 seconds in this first period. We got more blood time with Ian Anderson leading this match. 6-1. Oaks leads the duel 6-0, so that is your duel scored up on the scoreboard. We'll transition away for another timeout. Word from our sponsors.
Sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
A game with...
Hey, welcome back. You're LevEvent.com. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick, along with cameraman Lincoln Adair. Still blood time. Finally have that blood stopped on Jaron Nelson. Lydell Mayor's out there taking care of blood on the mat. Get back underway. Your duel tonight between the Oaks Tornadoes and Lisbon Broncos on your LevEvent.com. Bank North scoreboard. Oaks leads the duel by a score of 6-0. The match score is 6-1 with Ian Anderson leading. Has a cradle locked up again. He's going to try to go hip to hip. Good hand control by Nelson. Gets back, base down. Anderson goes to the ankle. And keeping Nelson, Brelly down in the center of the mat. They ride it out. Started the second period. It's Oaks' choice. Looks over to the bench, picks neutral. It's a 6-1 lead going into the second period for Ian Anderson. Anderson with quick stand-up. Hit by a surround and faces Nelson for a one-point escape. Ben Wagner picking up that bonus point win with that fall over Leewin Salgado, the 7th grader for the Broncos. So Wagner, the sophomore, picks up win by fall in that 107-pound match. Puts the Tornadoes up 6-0 tonight. Little Olson accounting recap. Over a duel this far, started at 107 pounds here at 114. A little bit of blood time here, slowing things down in this 114-pound match. We're in the second period. Minute 19, now Nelson. And Anderson loses control. Nelson's going to pick up a 2-point reversal. Anderson's up 9-3. So it's now a 9-3 score. Anderson up by 6. Was up 9-1. Gave up that reversal. Falls back to a 6-point lead. Down to 47 seconds. And Anderson reaching back. Now trying to get a little bit. Has to get some hand control. Looks like he's grabbing that far wrist with Nelson working the near leg. Anderson's going to try to go inside leg, hip over. Try to cartwheel over the top with Nelson tying him up. Anderson still working. Nelson a little bit high. Down to 20 seconds. Anderson still working that leg. Anderson still trying to walk it up, put Nelson on his hip. Nelson doing a good job getting those hips back down to the mat. A lot of top pressure, able to stuff that reversal attempt by Ian Anderson. Now time runs out here going into the second period. It's a 9-3 lead for Ian Anderson. The Oaks choice. Nelson chose top position. Anderson got that escape. Or excuse me, that reversal. Nelson returned the favor. It was 9-3 here going into the third period. Anderson chooses neutral position. Is going to get around. They'll go behind takedown for Ian Anderson. Now up 11-3. So Anderson picking up 3 takedowns in this match. Reversal and an escape. I have my scoring right. Up 11-1. Jaron Nelson for the Tornadoes picking up an escape in the first period and a 2-point reversal in the second. Down to minute 7 to go. Anderson trying a little tilt. Now goes up crossface over the top. And Nelson doing a good job getting back to his base. Pops up from his belly back to his base, making it a little bit harder for Anderson to lock up a penny combination. Now down to 48 seconds to go in this third period. Oaks leads his duel by a score of 6-0. Anderson up in this 114-pound match, 11-3. So Bottom wrestler, the Oaks wrestler, warned for stalling. Holding his base. Now hits a stand-up after that stalling call. Anderson returns him back down to the mat. Anderson working this power half on the near side with Nelson. The tripod, the stand-up position. And down to 13 seconds. Anderson going half. Nelson catches the far wrist. Going to try to get a couple near fall here to close things out. And now with an 8-point lead, so have a win by a major decision if score holds. Just don't get sloppy here and give anything up. Down to 1 second, time runs out, so Ian Anderson wins by a major decision, 11-3.
Your winner by major decision, Ian Anderson.
Dual score now 6-4 in favor of the Tornadoes. Both teams now picking up bonus points, wins. Oaks just worth a little bit, couple points more with that win by fall at 107 pounds. Cruz Ranky, so they're holding Matthias Dahlstrom out. So Owen Iverson going out there against Owen Iverson. So they'll bump up Dahlstrom. They've probably tried to fill that open weight. Ranky with a quick 2-point takedown opens up the match. Dual score now 6-4. At 121 pounds. Down to minute 24. Ranky wrestling Owen Iverson. Cruz Ranky, an 8th grader. Owen Iverson, a 7th grader for the Oaks Tornadoes, is sent out here tonight to do battle with Ranky. Ranky finished out 2023, finishing 5th at 106 pounds in Region 1. Hooks up a chicken wing, going to pick up a couple near fall. Now settles back, almost had a reverse half stuck in there. So no near fall awarded. Off that chicken wing, referee said he just kind of rolled through back and forth. I'm going back to the chicken wing. As that far wrist locked up, going to walk it around. Going bar half. It hooks the far shoulder. He's going to try to forward pressure, walks it around. Chest heavy on the top. Going to reset those hips, looking for the fall. Here's Cruz Ranky. And Iverson's going to roll through the 7th grader, trying to stay off his back, not give up the pin for the Tornadoes. Ranky still working for the fall, has Iverson in trouble, all kinds of trouble on the bottom. That's going to get the fall for the Broncos, so Cruz Ranky wins by fall. Puts Lisbon up 10-6. So at the 153 mark, first period pin for Cruz Ranky over Owen Iverson. Yeah, Matthias Dahlstrom wrestling Grayson Lyons. Dahlstrom returning state place winner for the Oaks Tornado, place 8th at 106 pounds. Dahlstrom, nice sweep single, drags down Grayson Lyons to the mat for a 2-point takedown. A big mat return. Another mat return for Dahlstrom, another one. Just trying to break the will of Grayson Lyons. Lyons with a couple stand-up attempts back-to-back. Dahlstrom, nice mat returns, going for a tilt. And that chicken wing hook up, just step back across the backside, drag him over. Lyons able to fight out, potentially dangerous. Goes up above the 90 degrees across the back. So still 2-0 lead for Matthias Dahlstrom. 10-6 dual lead for the Broncos. Lisbon leading 10-6. 107 pounds, Oaks Tornadoes in this Olson County recap. Picked up a win by fall. Ben Wagner pins Leyland Salgado in the second period at 3:42 mark. Puts Oaks up 6-0. Ian Anderson picks up a major decision at 114 pounds. He wins 11-3 over Jaron Nelson. Moved the duel to 6-4. And then Cruz Ranke and Owen Iverson just finishing up with Ranke winning by first period fall at a minute 53 mark, puts Lisbon up 10-6 in the duel. The Lions with a 1-point escape. The Lions, a deep double leg. He gets that head caught underneath, has to try to tuck that out to the side right on the hip and drive through on that. It's a shot attempt. And no points awarded. Now tries a little grab at the leg. Goes head down. Kind of heavy front headlock. Has it hooked up down to 10 seconds. Try to put that head in the hole. Put that head in the hole on the side. Get better position. So 10-6 lead in the duel for the Broncos. That's a 2-1 score, match score. And 127 pounds. Dahlstrom opened up with a quick takedown. So Grayson Lyons in the bottom position to start the second. Grayson Lyons, a sophomore, find a lot of varsity time in the lineup last year at 113 pounds. Finds himself in the lineup tonight, 127 big. Another big mat return. A slam. So we got 1 point for Green with that big mat return. It picks him up, slams him down into the mat. Maybe a questionable call. Didn't take him backwards. A suplex position. He is the top wrestler. It is their responsibility to turn the bottom wrestler safely down to the mat. So it's a 2-2 score. I'll give a penalty one to Grayson Lyons, still in the bottom. Chose to start in the bottom position to start the second. Minute 30 to go. Arm chop by Dahlstrom, trying to hook that tilt back up. I saw that attempt in the first period, tried to walk it back around the backside, and that chicken wing now goes. And that far leg or under leg tilt. The Lions still head down in the mat, has to pick that head up. They post up and fire out of there right now, down to a minute remaining in the second period. So halfway through, tied up at 2 apiece. The Lions started the second period in the bottom position. 127 pounds. The 13 weight class, a little roll through, got a 1 count out of that tilt. Still has it hooked up for Dahlstrom. They're down to 25 seconds, and then we look like we have stopping time, maybe some blood time or a mouth guard or something came out. So a reset back in the center of the mat here for Grayson Lyons. Probably works to his advantage. Dahlstrom giving Lyons fits on top, hooking up that chicken wing and controlling that top position. Now down 26 seconds remaining in the second period. Not able to clear the far arm. Lyons now stands up. Big mat return again by Dahlstrom. The Lions going, almost look like a clasp there underneath, but going to 2-on-1 ride now. The Lions almost had those hips away. Should have hit a hip ice. Not able to hit it. Down to 4 seconds. Dahlstrom's trying to pick up some near fall here at the end. Got 2 near fall. A pretty quick swipe there. He picks up 2 near falls. So that puts Dahlstrom up by a score of 4-2. Well, Grayson Lyons in red for the Broncos. Gold trim singlet. Dahlstrom on underneath. He almost found himself in trouble. Lions, they missed a cradle here on the near side. That stand up by Dahlstrom. Goes leg ride. Dahlstrom's trying to work for that back ankle. Now getting high, Grayson Lions. And Dahlstrom just kind of shrugs off Lions. Lions got those hips down on the mat. It's a 2-point reversal. So puts Dahlstrom up by a score of 6-2. With the reversal. The Lions in on the legs, just trying to hit a peek out here. You got to post up, pick the head out, post up, and baseball slide around or hip ice back around. You stay down in that bottom position, that situation position too long, you just get wore down. Nose buried in the mat. Lions headgear. The problem right now, down to a minute in the third period, and he's going to pick up a 1-point escape. Dahlstrom right away goes in. Didn't see no point awarded. There was a break, so they did break. And Dahlstrom goes back in right away. No change of position, we'll call that. So still 6-2. Lions gets a chance to fix that headgear. Down to 45 seconds, third period. 6-2 lead for Dahlstrom right now. A 4-point lead will win by decision. You're down to 25 seconds. And another potentially dangerous call, down to 20 seconds on that far side of the mat. We'll have a reset back to the center. Grayson Lions, one more chance to fire out of there, pick up a reversal. Dahlstrom getting a little bit high, trying to roll over with that. Chicken wing hooked up. They hit that halo or head low roll through. And Lions trying to pick up an escape here to end things out. Dahlstrom's going to take him down, throws him to his back just as time expires. That'll do it for the match. So your winner by a score of 6-2 is Matthias Dahlstrom.
The winner by decision, Matthias Dahlstrom.
We'll go step away for a 30-second timeout. Come back for 133 pounds.
Scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Oaks picks up a win by decision. Matthias Dahlstrom over Grayson Lions. We're here at 133 pounds. So 10-9 dual lead for the Broncos, up by 1. Broncos picking up a pin at 114, or excuse me, major decision at 114 with Ian Anderson, and a pin by Cruz Ranke. This is Cash Wadeson, double leg takedown on Zane Allender. So Wadeson picks up 2-point, no near fall awarded. Wadeson, Allender, Wadeson roll out of bounds to the near side. Down to 56 seconds in this first period. 133 pounds. Up on your Bank North scoreboard, Lisbon leads a duel 10-9. And Wadeson scored early in this one. A double leg takedown. Now Allender, nice sit out. Hip sights around on Wadeson. Going to stand up for a 1-point escape. A 2-1 lead for Wadeson. Wadeson working Russian tie. Allender is going to circle out of that. Wadeson, though, snap down, trying to get Allender into a throw by. Going to restart back in the center of the mat with 5 seconds to go in this first period. A good one so far. Now 2-1 lead for Cash Wadeson. Both wrestlers content to let the time expire in the first period. Wadeson's choice. Wadeson chooses bottom position to start the second. And both wrestlers returning state qualifiers for their respective teams. Start of the second period, 133-pound match. Cashton Wadeson, Zane Allender. A 2-1 score in the match between Allender and Wadeson. Wadeson for the Broncos wearing the red singlet with the gold trim. Your Olson County recap for the duel so far. Oak scored first in the duel, picking up a 6-0 lead with a win by foul. Ben Wagner pins Leon Salgado at the 3:42 mark. The Oaks went up early, 6-0. Ian Anderson for the Broncos picks up major decision at 114 pounds. Wins 11-3 over Jared Nelson. Now Allender trying to work this tilt on Wadeson. Still borderline. Has the legs hooked up, working the guillotine on Cashton Wadeson. Wadeson's going to roll through. Hip pies through. 2-point reversal for Cashton Wadeson. No near fall. Wadeson's going to go half. Nelson has bar half hooked up on. Oh, and he goes. It looks like it should have almost been illegal. Looked like that arm went above the 90 degrees as he's turning over Allender. So now Allender looking to give up the foul, and he does. So Cashton Wadeson, after a scare, Allender had the guillotine hooked up. Wadeson pulls through, win by a fall at the 3:28 mark of the match. So Lisbon goes up 16-9. And we'll step away for another timeout. Come back here to the Lisbon Gymnasium for 139.
Wallach Johnson.
Welcome back here, Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Lisbon goes up in the duel 16-9. Greenlee for the Broncos. Griffin Greenlee and Case Allender. Greenlee in on a single leg. Allender's whizzer out of it. Going for a single of his own. Greenlee goes up over the top. You have that head cradle almost locked up. Wrestlers go out of bounds down to minute 30 to go in this first period. Greenlee returning state place winner for the Broncos. Case Allender, state qualifier for the Tornadoes. A little slide by attempt for Allender, down to a minute to go in this first period. Broncos up in the duel 16-9 after that win by fall at 133. Greenlee, an underhook on the near side. Wrestlers circle out of it. Now back to the center of the mat. Greenlee on a single leg attempt. Allender trying to in an elevator position. Greenlee's going to take him down. A 2-point takedown for Griffin Greenlee. I got a potentially dangerous. That armbar locked up. Called for potentially dangerous. 2-point lead for Greenlee. Down to 29 seconds remaining in this first period. So caution Green. Had that arm across the belly, kind of a deep waist instead of right on the belly button or the midsection. Nice sit out and hip pass for Allender. Picks up an escape. And Greenlee, low single, is going to try to come out the back door. This secures that back ankle. Still now gives 2-point takedown. Allender quickly up. Greenlee, Allender in a good scramble position. Allender trying to get back around as time expires. No points awarded. A good scramble. And Allender on the Lisbon side of the mat. Just runs out of time. He's going to defer over to Greenlee. Greenlee chooses neutral. Oh, he picks bottom. So Greenlee up 4-1 in the match. The start of the second period, Greenlee chooses bottom position. Coach wanted to take them both up. Greenlee He's out of it. Allender is going to catch. Greenlee kind of scissored him. The back almost flat to the mat. Greenlee gets bellied back down. Allender doing the smart thing, pushing over to that Oaks side, Oaks edge of the mat, over in the swamp. Down a minute 30 remaining in the second period. Lisbon's up 16-9 in the duel. Greenlee tries to roll through once again. Down to minute 31. This is Griffin Greenlee, Case Allender, 139 pounds. Greenlee picks up 2 takedowns in the first period. Allender with an escape. 4-1 lead for Greenlee in the second. Greenlee little tripod stand up. Allender spirals the leg. Has a crossface. Up over the top. Now Greenlee, another tripod's going to stand up. Allender drops down to the leg. Greenlee's going to elevator position. Greenlee had that move down. He's used it quite a bit. A lot of the wrestlers now that he goes up against are kind of looking for that. Now Greenlee just powers back up around, nice hip pressed round, going cow catcher. Going to pick up a 1-point escape, so he does score here in the second period. It's a 5-1 lead for Griffin Greenlee. So far, the only point scored in the second period by Greenlee with that 1-point escape. Going back to that dual recap, Ian Anderson with that major decision win, won 11-3 at 114 pounds over Jaron Nelson. Cruz Ranke at 121 wins by fault a minute 53 over Owen Iverson. Matthias Dahlstrom bops up to 127 against Grayson Lyon, wins by decision 6-2. Bumped the dual score 10-9 in favor of Lisbon. And then Cashton Wadeson comes out at 133 pounds, wins by foul over Zane Allender at the 3:28 mark of the second period. So that'll do it. The second period in this match with Greenlee leading 7-1. Picks up the takedown. So Allender choosing to go neutral. They try to even things up with a 2-point takedown, 2 or 3-point near fall. College wrestling now, they have 3-point takedowns. 4-point near fall. So you're a wrestler that's behind, a quick way to catch up now and close the gap a little bit more is through takedowns. 3-point takedowns in college wrestling. High school still at 2. Wrestlers go off the mat. Nice little throw by and shuck by Greenlee on the edge of the mat. Just runs out of room. So 7-1 lead for Griffin Greenlee up over Case Allender. Greenlee returning state place winner. Allender returning state qualifier for the Oaks Tornadoes. Greenlee drops down. His single leg hooked up. Allender, he's going to limp arm back around. So good defense there on that wizard by Greenlee. Limps arm back, gets the takedown, arm over the top. Now up 9-1. 1 point escape for Allender, so 9-2. Greenlee scored 2 takedowns in the first, 1 takedown in the second, another one here in the third period, along with an escape for his 9 points. Allender with a couple of escapes. 1 escape in the first and then 1 in the second period for his 2 points. Greenlee with another low single shot down around the ankles of Allender. Allender just trying to use those long arms. Trying to thread the needle on the far side, but you get a call stalemate by the referee. Back to the neutral position. 9-2 lead for Griffin Greenlee. Down to 26 seconds. Greenlee's hands on the knees. Now Allender right now looking like the fresh wrestler. Goes double leg on Greenlee. Greenlee's going to try the elevator right on the edge of the mat. And Greenlee may be better off he lets him get in that deep just to go gut wrench over the top. Now down to 5 seconds in the match. 9-4 lead after that takedown by Case Allender. And 2 seconds in the third period. A new win by decision is Griffin Greenlee. 9-4 over Case Allender. Moves the dual score 19-9. Ryan Ang for the Broncos up next. At 145 pounds.
At 145 for Oaks, Noah Wood. For Lisbon, Ryan Ing.
So 19-9 dual score. Broncos up by 10. Looks like Noah Wood out there for the Oaks Tornadoes. Thing, a nice little head cradle rolls through, picks up 2-point takedown. Has that far arm in the claw ride position. And continue to keep that. Turks the leg, and he could have some near fall. So Ing now back up to half Nelson, trying to break Wood down. Ing maintains control down to 49 seconds remaining in the first period. Hey, Ryan Ing picking up big dual victory, or big victory in the dual, state championship dual for the Broncos, coming into the lineup. They make the state tournament on the individual side, but helped out the team in that state championship run on the dual side. They get called out of bounds for a restart back on the center of the mat with 23 seconds remaining in this first period. Ing picks up 2-point takedown. He's up 2-0. Now down to 10 seconds in the first. Ing, chicken wing hooked up, going to try to walk it around, score some near fall here to close things out. Down to 5 seconds. Gets him turned over. He's going to pick up a couple. There's about 2 seconds left. Picks up the fall. Got tenths of a second on the clock. Ryan Ing comes out. Chicken wing rocks it around. The chicken wing king here, Ryan Ing, picks up the win for the Broncos by fall. We'll give him the 159 and win by fall for Ryan Ing. Puts Lisbon up 25-9. Now brings us 152 pounds with Jordan Dick going out to the Broncos.
At 152 pounds for
Zayd Heyer going out against Jordan Dick. Things caught up here on the scoreboard. 152-pound action. Jordan Dick out for the Broncos. Zayd Heyer for the Oaks Tornadoes. Jordan on a single leg attempt. Heyer is able to sprawl out. Heyer up over the top. Or had a front headlock. Jordan Dick. It backs out. Down to minutes 5 to go in this first period. Heyer with a nice outside single shot. Great level change by Heyer. Drops down. 152-pound action. The senior Jordan Dick for the Broncos. On the edge of the mat to get it right out of bounds here on the edge. Heyer just got to step around. Jordan Dick now high crotch. As a fireman's hooked up. He got called out. A little scramble on the edge of the mat. Heyer in good position to score. Just needed to step around the back. Jordan Dick able to maintain a little control. Had the high crotch and trying to hit a fireman's. Called out. Back down now with 30 seconds to go in the first period. 152 pounds. And Jordan Dick, nice little dump. Scores 2-point takedown. Dick goes right away, leg ride on the near side, trying to dig out that far wrist and elbow. Has it buried in deep. Heyer doing a good job defending so far, keeping those hips away. Yeah, tying up, leg ride to Jordan Dick here down at the end of the first period. 2 minutes on the clock to start the second. It's Oaks' choice. They're going to defer to Jordan Dick of the Broncos wearing that red singlet with the gold trim. Jordan leads 2-0. Oh, Jordan Dick drops down. No points scored. Drops right down to a leg. 152-pound action. Jordan Dick is trying to hit a peek out here. Has to peek that head out, walk back around. Baseball slide through that. Down to minute 25 to go. Jordan Dick, Zayd Heyer for the Tornadoes. 2-0 lead. Now Heyer. A lot of pressure on top. Trying to spin back around, up on his toes, trying to hit the spin drill. Dick using those long arms to defend. Now he's going to go try to hit a dump. Now broke belly down. Heyer. He missed his opportunity to hit that spin. Dick arm drags through. Heyer's going to take advantage here. Heading aside, has a cradle hooked up. Jordan Dick, hip on the mat, picks up a 2-point. No change in position. Down to 50 seconds. Now Heyer going to work on top. Kind of has a hammer lock, trying to get that arm dug out across the back. And both of these wrestlers kind of lean 152-pound wrestlers. Heyer with the hammer lock goes across the back. A stalemate position. And restart back in the center of the mat. Down to 29 seconds remaining in this second period. Still 2-0 lead for Jordan Dick. Heyer defers to Jordan. Jordan chooses bottom to start. Picks up, almost had an escape. Stood up, Heyer drops down to the ankle. Jordan Dick kind of reshot that. Gets caught up here by Heyer. Down to 5 seconds. Not much going here on the bottom for the Broncos tonight. And Jordan Dick, no score in the second for either wrestler. Still 2-0 lead for Lisbon's Jordan Dick here. going into the third now with Zaid Heyer choosing bottom position. And Jordan Dick right away slides in the leg ride. Yeah, Heyer once again defending this guillotine attempt. Jordan Dick trying to drag out or dig out that elbow and wrist of Zaid Heyer. Heyer just goes hip down and then grabs on his wrist and pulls through. Now we're just trying to reverse it. Dick's going to have to get those hips up and over. Heyer's trying to throw that arm over his head. If Jordan can kind of get out to that wrist and stretch it out. Right now, Heyer has position. He's going to get rolled over on Jordan Dick. 2-point reversal. He picks up a 1 count, so he ties it up 2-2. A 2-point reversal for Heyer. Jordan Dick looking a little tired on the bottom. Hasn't been able to do much. Get moved off the bottom. Potentially be our first overtime match coming up here between Heyer and Jordan Dick. Has an armbar hooked up down to 30 seconds. And Jordan Dick's, nobody was called for stalling yet, but Jordan Dick just not able to do anything on the bottom, laying around on his belly. Gonna now call for stalling. A little stall warning. May play big into the overtime period if we get that far. So Heyer still working the armbar, has it hooked up on Jordan Dick. That bar half hooked up. No points awarded. Down to 7 seconds. He's going to pick up 2 count. Zaid Heyer is going to win this match at 152 pounds over Jordan Dick. 3-point near fall.
The winner by decision, Zaid Heyer.
Dual score now 25-12. The Yellow Lions going out for the Broncos, 160 pounds. Eli, a sophomore. He may have wrestled last year in the lineup no less than 5 different weight classes. Kind of the journeyman in the Bronco lineup last year. Bank North scoreboard now. 160 pounds. It's 25-12 lead for the Broncos. Both wrestlers still in that field position now. Potasek, nice high crotch. Lions going to reverse it on him. 2-point takedown and called out. So Potasek, nice high crotch there. The wrestlers kind of locked horns, pushing on each other. Potasek changes levels. High crotch is the Lions. A little acrobatic reversal. Jumps over the top. Picks up a 2-point takedown. Now Potasek with nice hand control, hip heists out. Picks up a 1-point escape. This Oaks Tornado squad not rolling over here for the Broncos, down 25-12, trying to keep it low here into the upper weight. It's now a 2-point takedown for Eli Lions. Brings the score 4-1. In the match, down to 13, now 12 seconds remaining in this first period. Lions going to work on top. Is that far wrist caught? Now comes back up underneath, going 2-on-1 as time expires in the first period. Lions takes a 4-1 lead. The Broncos wearing the red singlets tonight with the gold trim. Ptastic picks bottom position. The Lions comes up underneath, claw ride position now. Working that chop on the near side. And that bar arm goes down to the wrist for the back of the tricep. Ptastic's going to hit a little sit out. Nothing going on the sit out for Ptastic on the bottom. The Lions going back to that bar arm down to the wrist. Now locks up the arm bar. Goes bar half on Ptastic, rolls him right over. Once he sunk that half in, flips him right over, going Bowden Greenlee on Ptastic. Now is Eli Lyons up on top. Down to 56 seconds. He'll pick up the win by fall for the Broncos. The dual score now 31-12 for the Broncos. At the 3:04 mark of the match is Eli Lyons. So now at 172 pounds, Josh Mule and Blaze Reinke. Blaze Reinke coming off a state runner-up finish from a year ago. Josh Mule placing fourth at the state tournament at 182 pounds. They're wrestling 172 here against Blaze Reinke. Reinke, a little slide by Mule. Spins back around. Both wrestlers back up to their feet. Lisbon leads the duel 31-12. Eli Lyons picking up a win by fall at the 3:04 mark of that second period over Jacob Ptastic. They locked up a bar half. Penny combination for the win. Get our scoreboard squared away. On Bank North scoreboard, Lisbon leads the duel 31-12. Still scoreless in the first between Blaze Reinke and Josh Mule. Reinke, it drops down for a single. Now Mule stands back up. Both returning state place winners. Reinke, tries a low single, hits back up. It's a little slide by Mule. Like a cat, back up to his feet, hip heights around, squares up with Reinke. You're going to run out of time here, down to 2 seconds in the first period. Time expires on the clock. So it's scoreless going into the second. Mule, bottom position, orange singlet, black trim for the Tornadoes. Opening 15 seconds of the second period. Reinke in control on top. Mule trying to stand up. Reinke goes leg ride. The near side, reaching over, trying to dig out that arm and wrist of Mule. Reinke long and lean, probably about 6'2". Josh Mule He's stocky, muscled up. He's going to try to roll over here on Ranky. Has Ranky in trouble. Ranky hooks this tilt up on Meal. Meal's trying to power through, gets power through on, has Ranky in some trouble now. He's going to pick up 2-point near fall for Ranky. Meal's going to pick up some points. Looks like he's going to pick up some points here. So 2-point reversal. If I scored that right, maybe I didn't. Well, if he gave the 2-point reversal now for Ranky. Might have messed that one up. So they both each wrestle with the reversal. I thought Ranky had some near fall off of that tilt. So no near fall given to Ranky. There was a 2-point reversal for Josh Meal. Meal the first to score in the match. That reversal. Back in the bottom position, Ranky, Meal sits out. Ranky the backside. Meal's going to sit through. Time runs out in the second period. Ranky chooses bottom position. Ranky wrestling up 172 pounds. He's all tied up 2-2 going into the third. Ranky returning state runner-up for the Broncos. Josh Meal, fourth place, 182 from a year ago. The Broncos lead the duel 31-12. The Oaks open up the scoring with that pin at 107. Now Ranky, 2-point reversal, puts Ranky up 4-2. Ranky goes up 4-2 on Meal. Has Ranky trying to work underneath. Now Meal posts up. Going to that far wrist. 2-on-1 ride now for Ranky. Has Meal broke belly down to minute 12, getting into the final 60 seconds of the match, into the third period. It's a 4-2 lead for Blaze Ranky at 172 pounds. So far tonight, every weight class contested, so good to see all weights filled in this 13 weight class for North Dakota Class B wrestling between the Tornadoes and the Broncos. So Ranky with this leg right locked in here, down to 27 seconds. And Ranky grabs that far wrist. Ptasik's going to roll through. Ranky has a tilt hooked up. Going to pick up a couple near fall. Ptasik pretty strong there, is able to bridge out of that, rolls out, picks up 2 near fall. So a couple insurance points for Blaze Ranky. Those 2 near fall puts him up 6-2, down to 5 seconds. The big win for Blaze Ranky, coming up here to 172 pounds, taking out Josh Meal. So one of your Enbridge Energy players in the match right now. Front runner here is Blaze Ranky, bumping up, taking on state place winner Josh Meal. So no Mike Nelson in the lineup tonight. We'll get to see Mike, returning state place winner for the Broncos. We have Drew Anderson going out 189 pounds for Lisbon. Thorpe, nice deep double leg. Anderson tries to gut wrench it back over. Thorpe able to get back around, scores 2-point takedown. Thorpe controlling the action on top right now with Drew Anderson for the Broncos on the bottom position. Anderson trying to catch the arm, set up to Peterson. They'll head down in the mat. Thorpe working on top. They're trying to work inside, dig out that arm bar on Drew Anderson. And down to 45 seconds remaining in this first period. Walks it around the top on Anderson. Down to 40 seconds. They're picking up some near fall for the Tornadoes. All right, now the Broncos, I think I have the duel in hand. I think the closest the score could be is about 34-32. I kind of calculate this right. If Oaks would end up pinning out the Broncos from 189 to 215 and then heavyweight. Or it'd be 34-30 is what we get. And that's a win by fall, 4 seconds remaining. So win by fall is Tate Thorpe for the Oaks Tornadoes. So we have Brock Lyons for the Broncos and Carter Pertasic, 2:15. A quick 2-point takedown. Tasic. The hammer lock. Try to walk it back around. Now Brock Lyons gets up. Going to pick up an escape for Brock Lyons. Now 2-1 score. Escape for Lyons. The younger brother of Ethan Lyons and Grant Lyons. Ethan Lyons state champion for the Broncos at heavyweight. Grant state place winner. Couple great matches last year with AJ Hines. Now tries to hit a lat drop on Carter Pertasic. Pertasic's able to roll through on that or gets those hips back. Has a cradle locked up on Brock Lyons down to 28 seconds. Going to turn him over. The Lyons trying to go for a big move, gets caught. Try to bridge out of that. Now winning by fall is Carter Pertasic. So 1 minute 40. Oh, this is Fiflet and Lucas Klein. Or excuse me, Max Klein. This is 285. Max Klein and Caden Fiflet. So Klein heavy on top. Gets 2-point takedown going to work. McCline quickly up to his feet. We got a rumble in the Omni here. 285 between Fiflet and Klein. Hey, Fiflet going. They're going to move Twy around the neck, just trying to hit a snap down on Klein. And Fiflet right now has the size and the weight advantage on Klein. And Klein, the more experienced wrestler. Fiflet relaxing out there, trying to catch his breath down. A minute to go in the first period. Fiflet for the Broncos wearing that red singlet with the gold trim. Oh, big bear hug hooked up, double over. So Klein's going to roll through. They got out of bounds, no score. In motion, continue out of bounds. So Klein out of bear hug, Fiflet double over hooks. Rolls through, they go out of bounds. Down to 30 seconds remaining in the first period. The wrestlers, heavyweights, just not content to push on each other here, going at it in the center of the mat. Each wrestler trying to snap down. That's Klein, headlock. Fiflet's going to get caught here, trying to roll through. That's going to be, it looks like a pinning combination. That's a win by fall for Max Klein. That'll do it for your duel tonight. 34-30 Broncos. 1 minute 47 seconds is Max Klein. So that's a dual win for Lisbon, 34-30 here on senior night in Bronco Gymnasium. So we'll go ahead and step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back for our Olson Accounting recap of the duel tonight, and then sign off here from Bronco Gymnasium. Sports announcer guy Brent Dick along with cameraman Lincoln Adair. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com. Thank you.
Team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com. At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly...
Hey, welcome back here, Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Your home with Lisbon Broncos. Your final duel score tonight between the Oaks Tornadoes, Lisbon Broncos. Broncos pick up the duel victory 34-30. Hey, opening up the home duel action for the Broncos. Broncos' only home duel before Christmas is tonight here. It's senior night for the Broncos. Broncos recognizing their 5 seniors. Their 6 seniors is Blaze Ranke, Drew Anderson, Mike Nelson, Jordan Dick, Cash Wadeson, and Ryan Olson as wrestlers. And then Ava Bosch, your stat manager, being recognized at senior night. Here with the Bronco victory, 34-30 over the Oaks Tornadoes. Your Bank North scoreboard. You're going over the match recap here for your Olson Accounting post-game show and match recap. For Olson Accounting, if you need help with monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. So just like to thank Olson Accounting again for sponsoring your high school athletics here on yourlevevent.com. Bringing you tonight's broadcast, North Dakota Class B Wrestling. So going through your match recap, your Olson Accounting match recap between the Broncos and the Oaks Tornadoes at 107 pounds. Oaks opens up the duel with the win by fall. Ben Wagner over Lewin Salgado at the 3:42 mark of the match. It puts the Oaks Tornadoes up 6-0. The Broncos at 114 pounds send out Ian Anderson. He wins by major decision over Jaron Nelson of Oaks by a score of 11-3. Anderson picking up a couple takedowns in the first and third periods, and along with the reversal and a couple near fall to help him out for that major decision win over Jaron Nelson. Puts the Oaks Tornadoes up, maintain the lead 6-4 at 114 pounds. And then at 121, the Broncos end up taking the lead with Cruz Ranke winner by fall. Or excuse me, the Broncos grab that 10-6 lead here with Cruz Ranke winner by fall at 121 pounds with a win over Owen Iverson of the Oaks Tornadoes at the 153 mark of the first period. So the Cruz Ranke helping put the Broncos up in front. And Grayson Lyons and Matthias Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom bumping up to 121 pounds. Picks up the decision, 6-2 win over Grayson Lyons of the Broncos at 127 pounds. Dual score goes to 10-9 in favor of the Broncos. Broncos pick up another win by fall. Cashton Wadeson over Zane Allender at 133 pounds. Dual score goes to 16-9. Wadeson picked up that pin at the 3:28 mark. It was a tightly contested match. Big scramble in that first period between Wadeson and Allender. With Wadeson kind of coming out on top of that scramble, maintaining position, and then wins by fall in that second period at the 3:28 mark, putting the Broncos up 16-9 at 133. 145. The Case Allender goes out for the Tornadoes, battles Griffin Greenlee. Greenlee picks up the decision 9-4. Greenlee kind of run out of gas in that third period. Allender had a chance to come from behind, but Greenlee hangs on, picks up the win by decision 9-4 at 139, puts the Broncos up 19-9 on the Bank North scoreboard. And then Ryan Eng out at 145 pounds for the Broncos, puts the Broncos up 25-9, wins by fall at the 159 mark over Noah Wood. And help kind of push this match or the duel out of reach here with 25-9 mark. Then Jordan Dick and Zayd Heyer go at it at 152. Another tightly contested match back and forth between Heyer and Jordan Dick. Jordan Dick running out of the I guess a little bit of fuel in the tank there. Heyer able to score a 2-point reversal and 3 near fall to close out the third period for that 5-2 victory and win by decision. And helping to close that gap between the Tornadoes and the Broncos. Tornadoes pick up 3 points by decision for that. Close the gap 25-12. Then 160 pounds, Eli Lyons. Some athletic moves, couple reversals and takedowns. Picks up the win by fall over Jacob Potasic. Put the Broncos up 31-12. At that point, Broncos had the duel won. And Jacob Potasic going down by fall to Eli Lyons at 160 pounds at the 3:04 mark. And Blaze Ranke and Josh Meal go head-to-head. That is your Enbridge Energy player of the night for tonight is Blaze Ranke. So Ranke picks up the win by decision. 6-2 over Josh Meal. Meal, returning state place winner, placed fourth at 182 pounds for the Tornadoes. Blaze Ranke, state runner-up for the Broncos last year. Battled out at 172 tonight with Ranke coming out on top. Picks up a reversal. Actually, wrestlers traded reversals in that second period with Ranke picking up reversal and 2 near fall to close things out with that 6-2 victory at 172. And Blaze Ranke, also your Enbridge Energy player of the night. So life takes energy from Enbridge. Enbridge Energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for your career opportunities. So Blaze Ranke, with that victory over Josh Meal, is your Enbridge Energy player of the night at 172 pounds. And moving on here to 189 pounds, we had Drew Anderson and Tate Thorpe. This is where the Oaks mounted a little bit of a comeback here with Tate Thorpe winning by fall at the minute 54 mark of that first period. Puts the Tornadoes within reach now, 34-18. Brock Lions and Carter Potasic go at it at 2:15 with Carter Potasic winning by a fall at the minute 40 mark. Moves the dual score 34-24. And then your precision play of the game, RDK Enterprises precision play of the game comes at 285-pound match between the undersized Max Klein and Caden Fliflet. So Max Klein picks up your RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. A winner by a fall at the minute 47 mark in that first period. So RDK Enterprises from Hillsborough and Drayton for precision planning, updates and information or questions, contact RDK Enterprises at Hillsborough and Drayton, 701-636-2119, or visit plannerdoc.com. That's RDK Enterprises. They're here to help. And Max Klein picks up that precision play of the game, RDK Enterprises, with that headlock, and then throws Caden Fliflet down for the pin. Closes up the dual score, but it's not enough for the Oaks Tornadoes. Broncos end up winning this by a score of 34-30 over the Tornadoes. Broncos with their lone home duel before Christmas. Yeah, and they're back in action tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday at the annual Dan Unruh tournament. So we're here looking up at the ceiling. This is great. At the Dan Unruh tournament up in Wahpeton. So that action starts Friday and then runs through Saturday. And then your girls are in action out in Bismarck for a girls tournament out in Bismarck. I believe that is tomorrow. So they'll see action on Friday. So boys in action Friday and Saturday. Girls head out to Bismarck for a girls tournament. And that'll kind of wrap things up for the weekend as far as Bronco athletics and for wrestling for the Broncos. So that is your Olson Accounting kind of recap and post-game show. Once again, if you need any help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and your staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for your tax and accounting needs. Go to olsoncpa.com, or that's colsoncpa.com. Well, that wraps things up here from Bronco Gymnasium. I'm sports announcer guy Brent Dick. We'll have all your home duel action along with the Store Hog Invitational Tournament, and then some of your regional tournament action and state Class B wrestling here on yourliveevent.com. So go ahead and join us. Our next home duel, I believe it'll be the South Border Mustangs come to town for that big duel, annual duel between the Mustangs and the Broncos. That's right around it's either the 3rd or 4th of January. So be a highly anticipated duel or matchup as you come out of the Christmas break. And that'll be, I believe, your next broadcast for home duels for Lisbon Broncos on yourliveevent.com. So we'll go ahead and sign off tonight. I'm sports announcer guy Brent Deck along with our cameraman Lincoln Adair. Broncos win this one by a score of 34-30. Everybody have a good night.